The Dog Stealer by Isabel Hendricks and Uthra Maney.
Once upon a time, it all started on a nice warm evening, with the clouds as little marshmallows in the mellow sky, the birds chirping goodbye in the background, with the thump of paws of little Sophie, a pure tan chihuahua. At least it was until she spotted a robust, large, rich, gorgeous German shepherd. The gorgeous German shepherd calls, "Hey, wanna come play frisbee?" All the rich dogs have their own frisbee, unlike that much. Right as Spike, the bad-tempered dog, makes that rude remark as Sophie whips her head around and lays her eyes on an appealing mutt. Pets were always the trivial of the doggy park. They were the part that made the doggy park just an ordinary doggy park. Spot, the wary, unattractive poor mutt with a dirty-looking brown color and a stubby short tail, yearns to go up to Sophie, but is too shy to do so he continues to wince away. Spike is really confident when it comes to talking with the ladies, or at least that's what he thought, until he heard Sophie cry out, "Spot, wait!" All of a sudden, Spike's heart skipped a beat, and he had really started to question his greatness at getting all the chihuahuas at the dog park. As Sophie went urgently running off to find Spot, with the cold breeze in her face, she got a yank in the neck from the very long rope tied to her collar. What could those possibly be for anyway, choking a perfectly fine chihuahua? Sophie barked as she said, Spot's paw getting smaller and smaller the further he got away.
The next day, with the cool breeze with the fall in the air, all three pups met up at the park again. Sophie finally got her chance with Spot. He was a kind and respectful mutt, but he was very unappealing, and most importantly, he was a mutt, Sophie thought. Right as Sophie heard her voice, she perked up her ears and laid her eyes on Spike. Spot heard his owner and disappointingly had to head back home.
He ran over, waiting for the tug on his neck, but luckily it never came. "Sophie, I have something special for you," Spot barked, but she never came. So Spot found Sophie's owner, Scarlet, and had left the bone with her, which he would soon learn was a big mistake. When Sophie had noticed Spike from her window one evening, she called, "Hey, Spike!" "Hey, Sophie!" he hollered back. When she finally had the courage to ask Spike about the bone, she called, "Thanks for the bone." Spike had an uncertain look on his face. When he asked, "What bone?" Sophie paused and finally said, "Weren't you the one who gave me the bone?" Sophie asked, Sure." Spike claimed that he knew who it really was, Spot.
When Spot was on a slow-going walk and had noticed Sophie across the street by her window, he finally had the nerve to ask the precious chihuahua, "Did you get my special treat?" "What treat?" Sophie asked. "The bone I left with your owner yesterday," Spot remarked. "But Spike told me he got that bone for me." Sophie started to question. "No, that backstabbing liar. I can't believe him. I got that bone for you as a gift," Spot vindictively answered. The next evening at the doggy park, Sophie was a wrath, but she found Spike and was determined to give him a piece of her mind. "If you just hadn't lied, we could still be friends, but not anymore. Bye, Spike." Spike knew he shouldn't have lied, and he really regretted it as he viciously watched Sophie and Spot fall in love with the cold breeze nipping at his fur. But Spot suddenly had a whim. He would first do one last thing. He needed to give a gift. "Oh, what a shame. Spot, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have a chat with Spike. That was such a kind gesture, Spot," to Sophie, so she could recognize his love for her. Spot ran to his owner and did his vocation. He twirled with his tail swinging in the wind and his tongue dangling from his mouth. His owner clapped and gave Spot his treat. "Would you like to hang out at the doggy park with me sometime?" Sophie barked. Yes, one thing the Spot had wanted for the one he loved, Sophie.